Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Just a catch up on these front rank Spanish guerrillas from the Napoleonic Wars. Well, we've got two painted. That's a start anyway. Um, as always, with these front rank figures, they're very nice figures to paint. They're owned by Gripping Beast now as a range. I had these for years now. I did one lot. I don't know what, I went mad on Spanish guerrillas for some reason. I don't know why I bought so many. But I painted and sold some off a few years ago, and still got these and another 12 sat in a box. And I thought, well, you know what? Rather than going buying other figures, actually paint what you've got for a change. That hasn't always, I haven't particularly stuck with that. I've got a couple of sprues coming in, but yeah, nice. You can't really see here, but I don't think. But I've put like a warmer off-white colour for the trousers, for want of a better word, breeches, and I've done cold white for so this is like sky grey with just varying quantities of, I think, German uniform white, winter white to put in there, but any off white will do, and you just keep building, putting it into your paint. So just a small amount of paint to do a couple of coats of sky grey on the arms, because I mean you could call this a jacket or a waistcoat. I've painted it as a waistcoat just for a bit of difference, but it just gives you a definite, you can't, as I say, I don't know how much it's really showing there, but these are warm rock grey from AK as a base coat, and then I think it's pale sand mixed in with it, and then ivory mixed in with it, bringing up the tones. I haven't put any massive stark shadows in, kept it fairly subtle. So that's one guy. I say only one of two. You can't. I'd like to say you can't have too much of a good thing, but not exactly sure that these are a good thing. But hey, we've got our other guy here. They usually have like a red rosette. I've just orangified it slightly. Still red on the red, side of red, if that makes sense. Same with his bandana, scarf, whatever you want to call it. He's got his blunderbuss. I suppose you could put the blunderbuss, and I probably will on one at least, because there's a fair few blunderbusses in this group of figures. I might do a brass one. I've interpreted the flasks as completely tin or metal edged wood, just to give it a bit of a difference. From what I've seen, and again, I'm no expert, you can only go on the artwork that you see, not so much of other figures, but like different books and whatever. The sandals could be painted, the straps for clearer or decoration or whatever. They'd sometimes be red and black and green, white, as well as the normal canvas type colour. I'll leave you to decide what you think should be best. The cartridge box, I've seen them black like this. I've seen them with like an off-white grey, sky grey individual cartridge type cover affair, and I've seen them brown. I decided not to go with the brown on these only because I've done brown trousers and I didn't particularly want it blending in. So yep, sunrise yellow, I think, from Vallejo Game as a base. It's quite a weak colour, so you need a couple of coats. And then flat yellow from Vallejo. Well, these are just colours I just happen to have. And I think I used a really, really weak cavalry brown, which I'd used as a base on the tabs here and things. I really watered that down quite heavy just to put some more shadow colours in, and I mixed in with a flat yellow. I mixed in a tiny bit of ice yellow just to bring it up a bit more. Gave him a black collar front. Gave him like woolen, socks, for want of a better word. So yeah, that's our 2 figures painted. Hurrah! They don't take too long. The only thing is when you're doing Spanish guerrillas you are painting multiple different colours rather than a single uniform, and that always takes time. This guy, I'm going to give him bare legs, and I'll change his. That's why I've left them his straps on his shoes. I'm going to sandals, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to put them as one of those colours I've mentioned. I just haven't decided which one yet. I wanted this like a buff colour shirt. I will bring it up. I'm going to bring it up another notch or two yet on the highlights. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet with the. Probably give him a red bandana because red was quite common by the look of it. So I might give him a red bandana, something like that. Maybe even a hat band. So yeah, nice. I say nice figures. They've been painted with Vallejo Ghost Grey primer. I always find a bit I've missed, like this guy. I was going to pay. He was actually He was next to him, be painted, and I noticed 2 pieces that I hadn't covered with primer. So he had to be reprimed and pushed back. But as you can see, blunderbusses are a feature with these guys. I've seen these pom-poms mainly painted red as well. Cloaks, I didn't know whether I might do one of these cloaks as like a cavalry cloak, maybe. I thought just as a change rather than just have it say all brown, black or brown, or it's quite easy to paint these in very earthy tones, and you know there's nothing wrong in that. But I didn't really want to do that, hence the yellows and the reds and things. This guy, I think, this pose has come from the Osprey books, because I was looking at some photos online, and this appears quite a lot. This guy, and you know everything's more or less the same with the skull and crossbones underneath the which would be a red rosette. He's normally depicted in dark green, and obviously some type of military rank there. I'd have to look up that more because I didn't. You don't like to keep following the same things because people tend to see the Osprey and then depict him in dark green again. So I'd like to do him differently. I just don't know what yet. Blanket. I remember the ones I sold. I did a blanket on him, so I'm thinking going with like a red, black, and white on that stripes, maybe vertical rather than horizontal that I did last time, if I remember rightly. And I painted the blanket a different colour last time. There's no they're all in breeches. It makes me wonder if they were all in, apart from the officer type guy. I wonder if they would have all been in breeches, really. Another blunderbuss. Definitely clear the way with that. This type of thing is, I think, it's the same type as the blue guy here, but he's pushed it down more like a berry. So they've more or less got all the same flasks, more or less. There's the odd one that's got like a round wooden one, but more or less the same. I mean, you could use these, I would have thought, for any of the insurrections in the Americas, in the Spanish Empire. You could use them for the Texican War of Independence, I would have thought. They have a fair amount of uses, providing you can get away with sandals and and breeches. And this guy here, another blunderbuss. I don't know what I was thinking about with this paint job. As you can see, it's all over the shop. So he's got to be reprimed, and I'll prime him from beginning to end. I think top to bottom, fresh start. Right, there you go, guys. Just thought I'd show these off. I've got a few other videos coming up, and you'll see another one in a moment, a thank you video. So it's goodbye from me and goodbye from him. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look, and we will catch each other very, very soon on another video. Look after yourselves.